How does engine braking affect a car, and are there consequences for the engine? Engine braking is a technique used when the driver releases the accelerator pedal, allowing the engine to reduce the vehicle's speed without using the brakes. This method of braking can have several advantages, but it's important to understand how it affects the engine and what happens during the process. What is engine braking? Engine braking occurs when the driver stops pressing the accelerator pedal and, instead of using the brakes, allows the engine to slow down the vehicle. This happens when the engine consumes less fuel or even stops consuming fuel entirely in modern vehicles with cylinder deactivation technology during engine braking. Through this technique, the engine creates resistance to the rotation of the drive wheels, which leads to the vehicle slowing down. How does engine braking affect the engine? If used correctly, engine braking can be beneficial for the long-term health of the vehicle. However, if not used according to recommendations, it can lead to certain issues. Advantages of engine braking: lower engine operating temperature. When the vehicle slows down due to engine braking, the engine reduces its RPM, which means less heat is generated. This can help avoid engine overheating, especially during downhill driving, where standard braking could cause the braking system to overheat. Reduced brake pad wear. By using engine braking, the need for using brake pads is reduced, which can extend their lifespan. Brake pads are expensive consumable parts, so this aspect can be economical, as the driver relies less on mechanical brakes. Less strain on the transmission engine braking reduces the load on the braking system, as well as on the transmission, since the engine takes over part of the force needed to slow down the vehicle. This can reduce wear on the braking system and the drivetrain. Consequences for the engine from improper use of engine braking. Although engine braking has its benefits, if used too frequently or incorrectly, it can cause certain consequences for the engine. Excessive engine wear. If engine braking is used under extreme conditions, such as very high RPMs or during sudden and frequent deceleration, it can lead to excessive strain on the engine. This may result in increased wear on parts like pistons, valves, or seals, potentially shortening the engine's lifespan. Increased risk of wheel lockup. If engine braking is used at low speeds, it can cause the wheels to lock up, especially if the tires are damaged or excessively worn. This can lead to a loss of vehicle control, which is particularly dangerous on slippery or wet roads. Inefficient fuel combustion. In older vehicles without electronic fuel control, fuel may continue to be injected into the cylinders even as the engine slows down the vehicle. This leads to unnecessary fuel consumption and reduced efficiency. Reduced engine compression. Excessive use of engine braking under certain conditions can lead to reduced engine compression, as constant strain decreases the efficiency of fuel combustion. This can cause a loss of engine power and poorer fuel economy. How to use engine braking correctly. To avoid negative consequences for the engine, it's important to use engine braking properly. Here are a few tips. Then use engine braking only when necessary. For example, during downhill driving or when you want to slow down the vehicle gradually, and the brakes are not strictly needed. Avoid excessive deceleration. If the vehicle slows down too quickly, you are putting excessive strain on the engine, which can lead to faster wear. Maintain the engine and transmission regular maintenance, including checks of the fuel system, the cooling system, and oil levels, can help ensure the engine is ready for proper use of engine braking. Use the appropriate gear. During engine braking, use the appropriate gear to avoid overloading the engine. For example, when driving downhill, use a lower gear. Engine braking is a useful technique that can improve driving efficiency, reduce fuel consumption, and extend the lifespan of the braking system. However, if not used carefully, it can have a negative impact on the engine, shorten its lifespan, or cause damage. To avoid these consequences, it's important to use engine braking in the right situations and maintain the vehicle regularly. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more helpful tips like this. Your support means a lot and helps us create even better content for you. Also, let us know in the comments what you think about engine braking. Do you use it often, or do you have any experiences to share? If you have ideas for future videos, feel free to suggest them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.